So here's one of my projects today. I've been putting it off just because so many guys here and everything, people moving around and they wanted to get broken. But this is our outside shower. So I took a few minutes, installed it. It's a little grab bar here. It's real sturdy, screwed in. And take a look at the water pressure. Not bad. Got the drain right there. Outside shower. Plenty of pressure. So a good little project, and right off the bat, no leaks. So happy about that. So this was a little project that I did today, obviously with nobody here, no construction workers. You do hear some hammering in the background. That is the mystery closet guys that are back today. So here's a good vantage point of the garden area, and you guys know the end of major construction. And again, you can hear the mystery closet guys in the background. They have no power tools. They brought like a screwdriver, like a broken saw, and a drill, and they're going to town. They are making progress though, but this is really our focus. So right here, you see a lot of the topsoil here. We need to smooth all this out. And then we're going to be planting grass here. So that's number one. And then working on the stone today, Janelle is. So I'm going to take you down here and show you his progress. And then Janelle and I have an idea in around the gate. I'm going to share that. But from this vantage point, here's my famous steps. You can see the garden area really for the first time with most of the clutter gone, the construction material. Quite a bit of sand left, pile here, pile there. So I did have a subscriber and a friend of ours, Shane, say that that would be good material to put under the topsoil. So we're going to spread some of this out because the topsoil over here is in good shape. So I think when we till this up, this side is going to be nice and dark. But over here, we still have some remnants of concrete, and Janelle is going to work on that this week. Any concrete that's left, chop it up. He did get quite a bit of it up today and put it at the base underneath the rocks as he was starting to backfill the fence. But this little bit of sand here we'll just spread out on this half of the garden area, and then we'll start taking some of the topsoil there and that big mound there, and basically use it on this side, which I think is going to need a lot of topsoil. So good vantage point. This is a good reference point of what it looks like before we get started. And then probably when I'm done, Janelle and I, and then of course Wilma will be in here putting where everything is going to go, and actually getting plants and trees and flowers in the ground. But then I can stand back up here and do another pan and look at the after. Another project of mine today, put in another spigot. So this is a real nice heavy duty one, so I'm glad I got that. It's real heavy duty and heavy. Put it right in, little Teflon tape, no leaks at all. So very happy about that. So now I got to get a hose reel. And I haven't seen any, but I'm going to look. But we need to have something to wrap this up. But now Wilma has a proper hose, so she can start watering her plants much easier. And the hose here, this is not hooked to the municipal water. You can still see the remnants of the black hose that we have hooked to the municipal water with the very little pressure. You guys seen it many times. We're going to leave that because if we have any brownouts and I don't start the generator, at least we do have running water. So this goes before our storage tank. But these two lines, the shower up above and the hose here, is actually hooked to the pressure tank. So you can see real good pressure. So definitely going to be nice down here in the garden area to have access to water. Look at Sandy. She's starting to dig, and she doesn't usually do that. See, she dug there too. So I have a feeling she's getting ready to have puppies, because she's been here. I've never seen her dig before. Remember, she disappeared, I think it was, what, 4 days last time when she had puppies? And then it took me a couple days to find her, but see her digging. So I just think that's her way of saying I'm getting ready to have my puppies. So here we go again. So I guess we're gonna have to get through another set of puppies, guys. And then I got to take her to a vet and get her fixed. So that's going to be on the top of the list once we find out if she is going to have puppies or not. Take a look at my makeshift don't drive on the driveway yet. So this is the strapping that when you buy something in you know, like a hardware store, and they strap it down to your vehicle. So I just had a piece of that left over, and I just took a little piece of PVC, put it in between just to let everybody know, hey, don't drive up on the driveway yet. So one of the projects, I think we're going to start this tomorrow afternoon, because Janelle is wrapping up the rocks in the front today, and then tomorrow he's going to work in this area. This is a pretty big step. We're putting in a weep hole down here for this side. I told you we have drainage going this way, but we're going to do one weep hole going that way. And then he's going to fill all this in with rock. And then, as you guys know, my rocks are 2 meters apart. So we're going to go 2 meters. So this rock will go back up here. And then this last rock won't be way down here. It'll be way up here. And then we'll just basically fill from where this ends straight across and just fill all that in with rock that's level with the cement. So it won't be a trip hazard. And then when water comes down this way, it can either find the pipe to go out this way or the weep hole out to the side. So you guys hear a lot about drainage. So when you guys do your own projects, and everything that I've read and researched, you know, you really got to think about drainage. You know, so many people build homes and they think about drainage as an afterthought, or they wait and see what happens. And then try to react to that. We haven't done that. You guys, longtime viewers know, we have not done that. We've really tried hard to have everything planned out. And remember, I said we're trying to get a lot of the landscaping, or the shaping of the landscaping done before the guys were finished with the major construction. And you guys can see that a lot of it has been done while construction was going on. And I think I said a while back that I did not do that with my home in New York. When we had that house built, I waited to the very end to start, and I said that I would never do that again. So I don't know what percentage is done, but rock walls and a lot of the prep work has already been done, and a lot of thought has gone into our drainage. So on the few occasions that we get any real big tropical storms, God forbid a typhoon, we should be prepared as best as we can. So when you guys are thinking about, you know, buying a piece of property and building a home, you really need to start thinking about where is the water going. You know, the big decision that we made was all the roof water, except for this little piece right here of the carport, goes over the wall in our property. It doesn't hit our property, it goes over that back wall. And I built the fence 2 feet off the property line, so that concrete drainage that's back there catches all the water. So call it 90% of the roof water doesn't even hit within the 4 walls. So that's an example of trying to thinking it through. But a real good vantage point here of what we're in for, all the work that needs to be done to get to the point of actually planning. But what I want to show you is, obviously this is going to be a problem with a lot of water here and coming down. So we have 3 weep holes made, so one's going there, so we have 2 left. So we're going to incorporate 2 more weep holes here just to allow water to go out. Now water is going to go down the driveway, and you can see, it's only a 1-inch lip there. Water is going to go out the driveway as well. But we still don't want any water here to make it this way and go out the driveway. We want as much to go through in front of the walls as possible. So we're going to be working on that. But you see that one lonely hollow block? And we got several here on the property. So what we're going to work on is, and there's still quite a bit of rebar left over from the apron. So we got a lot of pieces of rebar that we're going to come up here, and we're going to go 1 block high, basically from this column. And we're going to go 1 block high right on the edge of this concrete pad. The sun is real bright behind me, so it's hard for me to see my hand. But anyway, you can see the lip right there of the concrete. It's about, what, 5 inches thick there? We're going to go on top of that, and that won't impede the gate. The gate's only this wide, so it's not going to be a problem. And we're going to put a hollow block 1 high wall the entire length of that 20 foot. And we'll have rebar in it. And then we'll render just the front part. Don't need to render the back, but we'll fill the hollow block with concrete, render the top, render the side, so it looks good. And then we'll put a row of stone, the big stone, landscaping stone. And it's going to be up pretty high, especially when we render it. So, just imagine, another inch or two above that hollow block. And here's Sandy. You getting ready to have puppies, Sandy? Unfortunately, I think she is. Look how dirty her feet is from digging. But just imagine, an inch or two above this. It's going to be a nice height. So now we can start backfilling in and bringing the dirt level now back up a little bit. But not as high as the hollow block, halfway. And then the top portion, the nice landscaping stone, because there is going to be some water coming this way, and we want to be able to not have it all just rush with dirt to the fence area. So we want to keep this channel clean, and we think this is going to go a long way helping with that. So we do need to work on getting some weep holes in here, probably one underneath this way and probably one underneath this way. We're going to work on that. Or if that's too difficult to do, up above here and here. But we're going to work on that this week. At least get the wall built and then start backfilling this in, because this is going to be a challenge with water coming down and just washing and eroding this dirt, and it's all going to just basically pile right here. So we're going to be definitely working on that this week, so stay tuned for that. Janelle is now backfilling the fence, and this basically is nice topsoil here. We're going to start pulling it back because we don't want that much of a pitch down. We're going to take that off, that corner, that height off a little bit, and start pulling back some of that dirt this way to get it all nice pitched the same all the way down. We don't like the look of it going and turn it. So we're going to be working on taking that out. Let's walk around to the other side and see what Janelle's doing. All right, so here is our stone in front. So now that all the painting is done, we can start dressing up the front. So the way I explained it to Janelle this morning is this: basically go to the rocks. Don't go around the rocks because we're going to be planting plants in between, but just take it out. Doesn't matter how many centimeters it is because it varies by rock, and just fill this in and dress it up. So definitely looking good. We always continue to use the sacks underneath so we don't have any weeds grow. I'm sure some will pop up from time to time, but the majority of the weeds will not come up through those concrete bags. And I did order 2 more loads of rock. So remember I said the 3 loads up there was going to do it. Not when we found out how high the driveway was, which I'm glad. The driveway is nice and high and thick, and I think it's going to last a long time. but we did use a lot of rock, as you guys saw, on both sides. So I went ahead the other day, and I don't even think I mentioned it on any video, and just ordered 2 more loads. So they got delivered the other day, and I didn't even know they got delivered. Janelle just handled it, told him to put it over here because he'll be using a lot of it here in front. And actually I took a photo. I came out here in the afternoon to do the photo of the thumbnail, which is about this vantage point right here. You guys remember that thumbnail? And this was in the photo. And when I was flipping through doing my edits, I said, hey, they delivered some rock. I didn't even know they delivered it. I saw it in the thumbnail when I was doing the editing. Here's a good look of the weep hole, and look how it's positioned right at the dirt line. Perfect. See that right there? So it has wire mesh on it, so no rocks go in. And then when we put these landscaping rocks over it, you don't even see it. But yet, again, a lot of water coming this way, it'll find that weep hole and come out and not build any pressure on these walls. How's it going, Janelle? Thumbs up. So as Janelle and I this morning was talking through this week, is Monday is going to be doing all the rocks, which is today. Tuesday, wrapping up, getting the dirt in the right position, so pulling all that back is Tuesday, as well as this little corner here. This will be tomorrow's goal of getting done. Wednesday will be the wall. That little one hollow block high wall will be Wednesday. And then we'll see, it'll be a couple of days before we backfill that. So we'll get to this little apron on Thursday. Friday at the latest. So what we're doing here is we're going to be digging this dirt out, going down 6 to 8 inches, 18 to 24 inches out, and filling it with some real good cement, and then burying a whole bunch of these rocks. And the goal is to have enough rocks in there with the cement around it, and then just have the tops of the rocks, because the rocks are about this big. They're all pretty much consistent size, about that big, 3 or 4 inches around, but like the top 1 inch to be sticking out, coming out that 18 to 24 inches as a little ramp. And what that's going to do is create really good grip when we come off of this dirt area and hit that and start to go up that 6-inch incline to meet the apron. To have all those rocks exposed, I think that's going to really help to make sure that we don't have any trouble getting up on the apron. So that is going to be our goal this week. And then Saturday we'll just clean up the yard more, and then we'll start working on weeks 2 projects. All right, so the moment you guys been probably wondering, mystery closet. So they did work Sunday, so we're all keeping track of how many days it's going to take. So yesterday is 1, today is day 2, so we're keeping track. The guys are working hard trying to get this done. They're working on the molding today, and the molding is all mahogany. So look at all the mahogany strips. And then they sit there with a sander and sand all the way around the mahogany strips. And then they start installing it on the end caps of the closets. And then they put little nails in it to hold it. And it's all been sanded. Then they come through and then they cover the nail holes with some kind of putty. And you can see the cubbies, and then they're coming around and putting a first layer of paint on it. But look at all the pieces. A lot going on. They are starting to get some of the hanging rods in. See, this does not have any molding on it yet because the molding's over there. But the guys has been here now several days. There's more curtain rods. So it's taken a lot of time putting on this molding. That's basically what they've been working on today. But you guys get a chance to see a little bit of the mystery closet in action. So today is day 2. So Wilma's not feeling well. She's actually been in bed all day. I just think, the build itself, she's been out and cleaning and doing so much work. I just think she's really tired. I've seen it in her eyes here in the last couple of weeks. And, you guys wouldn't know, but when Wilma gets hives, she's feeling the stress. And the last couple of days, she's had hives on her body. So that just means she's, stressed out a little bit. The closet has really upset her. And that's why I'm working with the guys. Actually, I brought my jigsaw out Sunday yesterday, and I was helping them cut because they have a little handsaw and they were cutting shells with a handsaw. So I came out and spent some time with them and used my jigsaw and cut all the shelving for them because it cut so much straighter using a real tool. That kind of catapulted them ahead a little bit. So she's not going to be on video today. She's actually been sleeping all day. But I wanted just to share with you guys kind of the before, because this is where we're going to be focusing on. Up here, pool area, getting this rock wall cleaned up and getting this area to look like a real garden. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. And I wanted to do this video today because this is what we call it project day now. We can't say construction day. So we were 209, so now we're 210. So project day 210, or maybe we call it dream home day 210. Show you the before, and then we'll show you guys the progress as the days go on. Talk to you guys later.